Hello and welcome behind the scene set for the mask reviews with yours truly, your magical adventure to a trickster host, Reese. I'll show you the setup displays of what we'll be having in. Howdy, your magical adventure, Reese here. I'm here on the set of the mask reviews. And what I'm going to show you is this display, what you're going to actually be seeing for it as O2. Besides as the other displays that we have as O2. Without any further ado, let's get those icons with me and let's go. I'll even show you the light ground level, and we'll look up from there as O2. And what we'll have for our setup displays for the mask reviews. Okay, so let's get on to it. We'll start off with this site ground level, then we'll work our way up from there. Here you can see we got a bag, a Halloween bag. It has a zombie hand right there coming from out of it, and here's a fake severed head within the bag as well too. Seen here. This will be a part of setup display. As well as this bronzy like skull seen just right there. So not that much for ground level. Most of it is more up. Now I'm going to show you from ground level up a bit, so you'll see what else is going into the mask reviews video. So we just saw that, and over here you can see this would be into two, all fake. This is all fake Halloween body parts there. You can see we got foot, hand, couple hands there like that. This is all fake stuff right there. That'll be a part of it. You can see there's also some fake bones right there too, in the midst of all that too. Even this zombie-like character here, that one here, that is holding on the that tombstone there. That has these nice spectacular looking shades there, with the ghost right there that's peeking over these interesting looking glasses, and also this LED hat that's upon its head. You will be seeing that too. Besides that, what you'll see here, we have is a pumpkin tower, a different kind, with these green like hands, kind of just resting up upon it from either side, the right side and the left side seen here. We got another pumpkin, a vintage one, that is also resting upon here. And from over here we got is this ghost thing here that is right there. And down below here, before we get to that, is this garland like where there, see there, and we get to it's just fake Halloween knife right there, seen here. That's into this bag as well too. Over here we get these pirate swords going crisscross from here. Seen this just right there. And then over here we get are these skeletons. Here we got one here that's going to where the tombstones are, just right there. We'll take a look at that in a few moments. I got one skeleton here, Halloween skeleton, that's sitting down where the fake Halloween prop like parts are here. We got easy enough skeleton just right there. So there's two. We got one there on the left side and one on the right, seen there. Now I'm going to show you the ones at medium level now before we get up to the ones that are up from it. As the ones you see from here, the skeletons. Behind it, you see are these interesting-looking tombstones. You see this right here. All Halloween interesting-looking tombstones. Just behind of this zombie here, and that's where this skeleton is kind of resting his head, kind of between the two tombstones seen here. So I got these right there. That too is what you'll be seeing within this video as well too. Are the mask reviews. Up from it is this ghost that's wearing is a nice pumpkin hat right there. One with a smiley face. You see just right there. And then from here, behind here, we have is this witch like box right there. As you can see just right there. This will be a part of display, and it's also just resting and sing upon this box right there. And on here you see is we have a snake. It's a fake snake that I put onto the box right there. Like that. And then down below, here is the Zoe doll. Right inside this box here. Just see here is a part of our setup display. Seen here. And then we get this. Like a jack-o'-lantern that has a very interesting looking grimace face on it. Here you see just right there. Now that we've just seen that, now we're going to go up to the upper level there and getting the upper level stuff on setup display. And then we'll get to these back wall drapes in just a few moments here. We saw all of this, and same with all of this seen just right over here. Alrighty, we will now see this over here. That's on display as well too, and then we'll get to the upper wall stuff from here out after seeing this. Skeletons, we got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so here we have is this skeleton that's holding on to this pumpkin here. You see the hand right here is holding the pumpkin top where the stem is right there. The underhand right there is resting just underneath the pumpkin right there. On the pumpkin we have is a toad on top of it, seen just right here. That's just on top of the pumpkin right here. On the skeleton on the shoulder, you see is this very interesting looking metallic looking spider right there that sits upon its shoulder. And the head of the skeleton is facing where the spider is seen here. And then from there we have is this vintage looking vampire like bat that has these very interesting looking wings right here. It has like spider webs, witches, bats, and moons. Seems to be there as well. Even its bow tie seen here. Right there. So you can see the fall right there. From here out from here is where it actually is sitting on here. It looks like a very interesting chair for this skeleton with what you'll see just right there that I'm just pointing at. Let's get this view. So you can see all this inside here too. I'll try and get all of it into this shot scene here. Hope you can see all of it from about there, and even just from about right about there as well too. So that right there is for all that. Now let's get to the wall decor and the wall drapes that we'll be using for this. We'll start off with the wall decor first, and then we'll work our way to the other ones. Before, let's get to the door of it first. As you can see here, just right beside me. So here, you can see we got is this door metal frame here that has pumpkins right there. We got three, 1, 2, 3. Got one small one, and some me ones there. Got one in the back there. Got some fall leaves. Got one there, and one there. You can see these scary looking trees. Up above, you see some bats. We got one from here. Got one bat right there, and a spooky haunted house just right there in the center of it. Just right there. This is made out of metal for this one. This one from above is the witch. You can see it has a witch hat, a purple witch hat, green witch face, and orange witch hair, and whatever this is, a shawl seen there in the picture frame of this. Picture frame looks pretty interesting make of that picture frame seen here. We go right down. We get to is a jackal here, a scary looking one that has like skeleton hands with a cloak, a scary looking smile grimace in the face, and red eyes. And the opposite side we get is Frankenstein right there, giving a spooky kind of look to it. And all of these here from here, top there, and right here are all in the same framework from there. That one has a skull. Well, this is slightly different. This one here has a skull. This one does not seen here. And same goes for this. There is for, so that right there is for the door. Now let's get to the wall of it. Looking spooky vampire-like bag. It is a bag, but I tacked it up to the wall like this. You can see it has pumpkin ears, beady eyes, scary looking spooky teeth, some kind of like shawl, purple shawl, and some kind of nice tie onto it. You can see stars onto the bottom there. So those kind of slight eerie like seen here. Then we get this right there. This is kind of like a jackal ghost. Right there, it's like an orange crepe and some kind of like black like shawl behind of it seen right there, as you can kind of see. And it is actually attached to the garland spider. It too looks similar to this. That's the next thing right there. That's up above where the chandelier is, where this witch drape is. We'll get to that in a few seconds. So here is the garland spider. Seeing this right there. And then we get this right here. This is similar to that one coming into view. You can see this right there. So here, this is kind of similar to the one that you've seen, but this is more completely different. Scene just behind me. It's right there. You can see it's right here, has the hands out there. It looks kind of grim witch-like, as in kind of make up with this one. Now we'll take a look straight forward to the next one. What we have is a sign that says haunting season. You can see this right there. Haunting in orange and season in purple. In glitter, as you can see this right there. It has a cat onto it and a spider just right above there, where the H is for haunting. And then we get this. It's just a skeleton thing that has a red bow tie and a black like crepe cape onto here. And it's just tacked up just right about there. And then from over there, from it is this witch here that's holding a Jekyll-like cauldron. Holding by scary hands, you can see right there from the witch there, on either side, right? And on the left side, it is bubbling. You can see the bubbles there. You can see this witch here has a different hat, different kind of hair, and face. And also, bats just right there, just above the hat. The witch hat seen there. The witch hat has like a purple band. It's right there, I was going to see this right there. The eyes look pretty menacing like. And the face looks pretty eerie. It was great for this wall drape, which I'll be showing you pretty soon from here. Just now that we've seen the door, it's time to see the wall drapes. Starting with the haunted house scene behind me. That wall drape first before we get to the other ones. The haunted house wall drape scene here, you can see it has trees, full moon, as well as the chimney. We got broken windows, one there and one over here. These are all out of brick. Down below you can see are some from here a bit. All you'll see is just this, like this. You see all the scary trees onto here. There's a chimney right there too. And there's the full moon. What we've seen is the haunted house wall drape. Let's go take a look at the next line. What is that? The witch. This is what you'll see just right here. And here is one of our newest ones. One of them. Now I'm going to be showing you. And here, you can see the skull and some candles. From there. This witch here is where it stands, where you can see some under candles there. You can see is that she's holding a magic wand right there. And all this over here is the magic coming off that wand right there. And she's also like holding is a spell book, which is what you'll see just right there. The witch has a different color of hair. I believe this is gray hair. The eyes are red, big pointy nose, and The mouth is completely different from the other ones. Chin is more bigger down here too. The witch hat. This witch hat is completely different. It is glowing right there on the rim of the hat seen there. And here is red band on top of it, and the hat is glowing. And then up above is a chandelier where that spider is seen there. Behind the witch that stands right there in the background there is books, like a library of books behind of the witch seen here. Look at all that right there. These are all books right there. So take a look at that. Probably all spell books. This is one of our newest wall drapes for this year. And this one here is for part of the witch as well too. Now we'll get to the one in the far back that we just saw that from before. Then we saw is the witch wall drape. Now get to the grim one seen here. Okay, so what is this grim wall drape about? We'll take a look at it. It is kind of folded in the bottom because I want it to be folded, so that way it's just rising just a bit up above there. Because I'm going to do this one just like this, so that way my head is to be seen, not the full-on wall drape. We'll use this for our trick vids as well too, let alone for our display for this as well too. Anyways, let's take a look at this insightful detail a bit of what you see from over here. Okay, so up above, you can see is lightning right there. Down below, you can see is the scythe that's from the Weeper. It has an hourglass right there with the chain that's on top of it and a scythe blade right there. You can see these trees, the trees that look just like the scary tree. See, you've seen this right there from the haunted house one, almost similar. As you can tell, I'm over here. This one is glowing within the lightning is glowing just like the witch one seen here. So kind of similar seen here. So some similarities of those two that I just shown you. Same with the green part of the grim as it is to the witch one seen here. Same as slightly kind of different. Again, very similar. I just wanted to point those out to you as well too. They two look pretty similar as well too, but completely different. This one here is the grim, and the other one was the witch that you've just seen. The grim's eye, you can see that there's this skull here looks pretty interesting among the other ones. The eyes are pretty different as well too. And you can see ribcage there within that too. And it is wearing a cloak. Seen here. The hand is coming out here. This hand almost looks like the skeleton hand, just like this one. So it too is kind of similar to the hand that you just seen. So the hand from here looks similar to the one from the setup seen here. The cloak is kind of, looks like a kind of swaying in the breeze or something. You can see a little bit of a sway within the cloak of the Grim Reaper. Seen this right there. Now let's take a look at all this in the shade of it. You can see some of the shadows, because that's what our theme is, the shadows. So let's take a look at it now within the dark end of the shadows to see what it looks like for over here as well too. Switch is just inside here. Okay, so I've just turned off the lights. Now things will look a little bit more shadowy, more bold as well too, and full of contrast. Now that I turn off the lights, you'll see a little bit more better. So take a look at the door and then down over here. It looks more different. See in there. The display looks very contrasty and popping out. So it looks pretty spooktacular. So it brings out the highlights, half lighting and shadowing here too. And over here. So this is half lighting there, and here's more of the shadow over there. So here you can see, you can zoom in, so you can see that looks very full contrast and tucked within the shadows right there, giving it a very spooky looking look. As you can see in the far back on that far off part of the display. Behind the house wall drape looks very bold and shadowy, seen here. You can barely see it over here, but it does look pretty haunted-like just by the looks of it and how the lighting and the shadows play a role and making it look just like this. To make it more noticeable, I'll have to work with the lighting over here so you can easily see a little bit more better, but still keeping the light you see over here. Same goes for the Grim Weeper. You can see it more shadowy and more grim-like in the right kind of nature of the Grim Weeper. Seen here, knowing that it's in the shadows definitely goes well. You can see the skull inside the cloak very well. I back up, you can see it a little bit more. And even the hand too definitely pops out. See the hand is just right there from the Grim Reaper. Even that, as well as the face. As well too. Even the face as well too. I'm at my back on a little bit so you can easily see a little bit more better. The witch actually shines this glow so you can easily see it within the shadows inside over here in the hallway. You can see the book she holds and the glow from here. It definitely stands out, brings the highlights out, and it definitely pops itself out. Practically like jumps himself off of the wall drape by the looks of it though. Seen here. It's really reflective too, so it's very eye-catching. As you can tell, look right there, it's very eye-catching. You can definitely see the witch very well. From here. You guys did definitely tell it's very like reflective and it glows, which is amazing. It's very eye-catching And it definitely has that Hallows look to it, giving us the theme name of the Hallows shadow that we'll be doing this upon. This definitely does go well with it and makes great for our display for our mask reviews. I'll tell you a little bit about what the mask reviews will include as well too, before we begin to go to our wrap and close. It will include music in the background. In the background, what we'll have is a magic-like skit from the Weeper. It'll also have is some opening words in the intro as well too. Of course, the full-on mask review after it. Masks we have for the reviewing is probably up to 44 or 45 that we will be reviewing those masks. Masks we'll be reviewing we'll have is horror, zombie, ghost, sci-fi, fantasy, magic, vampires, monsters, demons, creatures. We have a whole wide variety of them, and we have some other as well too that we'll be reviewing on. Have a whole great selection that we'll be getting into. And some mythical ones and some site legendary ones for the masks, that is. Of course, some spooktacular ones as well too that we'll also be reviewing in there as well. So as you see some other spooktacular ones, I got some other things over here. Over here. This is different compared to the other ones. I want to show you these because these will definitely play spooktacular and very Halloween-like. Yes, like this one. And this one here too. And again, these two definitely look very spooktacular as well too. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for giving this one a like. I'll see you momentarily, fairly quickly, for our spooktacular mask reviews. From yours truly, your magical adventure tour trickster host, Reese. Peace, with love and blessings. Namaste. And thank you so much for coming behind the scene set of the mask reviews and what will be actually in for that video. Now let's bring this video to a wrap and close. I'll see you all back momentarily in split seconds.